Democrat voters who once backed President Biden are reacting to the news that he's dropping out. Chris McCullough is a father of three, former lifelong Democrat who voted for Biden in 2020 but switched parties in 2022. And Jamil Jackson is a registered Democrat voter, native Philadelphia resident, and a senior at the University of Chicago. They join me now. Jamil, I'll start with you. Do you feel deceived by the Democrats promising that Joe was going to run and insisting he is fit still to be our president? 100%.
I think the time to have that debate on who the nominee should have been months ago, instead of letting the donors, instead of letting the party elites decide who the candidate was in back rooms. I honestly think that Joe Biden was going to drop out after the debate. Why have the debate so early on in June rather than in August like it's normally held? I think the goal was to let Joe Biden fail early, fail in public, and then switch him out, pull the rug from under his leg just to switch him on the ballot. So I think every step of the way we've seen Democrat voters like myself not be able to have our own opinion in this own election. And I honestly think if Donald Trump can take a bullet for democracy, then Democrats might just have to lose maybe the presidential race, other races all around, just to learn what democracy is. And that's actually opening it up to the voters and not just the party elites like Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, Chris, to the point that Jamil just mentioned, how can the party that always says it is defending democracy from Donald J. Trump and the Republicans basically kick out their leading vote getter 3.5 weeks after he doesn't do well in a debate?
Yeah, so I think that just shows how, shady the Democratic Party is. They're just trying to do everything they can in their power to win. They know that they don't have any chance to, win against Trump with Biden in office. They know that they're losing, Biden's losing the Democratic support, and they're just trying to, as a last effort in a sense, to try to find somebody that can beat Trump. Regardless, I think that it doesn't matter who they pick, Trump is going to win. But yeah, I think it just shows how you can't trust the Democratic Party. You can't trust Biden and his campaign.
Yeah, basically what you just said is kind of what Trump said at his rally on Saturday night when he actually asked his supporters what they thought about a Trump-Harris matchup. Watch.
So who would you like to most run against if you're us, if we want to win? Ready? Kamala Harris. Crooked Joe Biden. All right.
Jamil, do you think you will vote for whoever the Dems put up, or are you looking at a potential RFK Jr. or somebody else that you say, they've run a good race, they're going to get my vote?
I definitely am voting for Donald Trump at this point, but I believe that it's going to be Kamala Harris versus him. And I want that to be the matchup because I want every African-American, every Democrat voter, just to hear the rhetoric that's going to happen. They're going to sort of beat us, other Democrats, other African-Americans, into submission by saying, vote for Kamala Harris. She's going to be the first black female president. And if you don't, you're racist. You're going to vote for someone who's white, who's Donald Trump. And I think that rhetoric is just even so more divisive than where we are now. So I want everyone, I ask all my Democratic friends, just pay attention to what they're going to say to you, not on her record, not what's happening at the border or anything she's been involved in, especially when she was the senator, when she lost her in the primary, during the debates, she was exposed many, many times. And I want people to focus on the substance of it, because I think that's where you see where the Democratic political strategists are aligned in, just placating and tokenizing people for votes and not actual substances, and putting our country back on the right step.
Yeah, that certainly does seem to be the Democrat strategy. Chris, final word to you. Now that you have switched parties, you are a Republican. Is there any candidate in the list from Kamala on down that worries you in a matchup against Trump?
Absolutely not. Even if they were to, go with Harris, it's going to be an easy win for Trump. Even, Hillary, Hillary. It doesn't matter. Trump is going to be able to win with, by a landslide. And, I'm just excited to vote for Trump, this year.
We will see. Fascinating perspective from you two gentlemen, Chris and Jamil. Thanks for getting up early with us on an historic morning. We appreciate it.